Welcome back to the Bull Street Podcast. We have a lot of questions that Mr. Kylo is going to be asking me today. So sit back, relax, and enjoy the video. Right? I don't even know what these questions are. I mean, who knows what this is going to be
Mr.
about.
Dill has no clue what's coming to him today. He's been a little nervous the past hour anticipating these questions. We're going to go right at Mr. Dill today.
I think you're nervous
No.
to ask the questions.
Maybe a little bit.
By the way, guys, our app is literally launching. Like, we're moments away from launching our mobile app. We've been working on this for years now, dude. Like, we've always wanted to have this mobile app. So super excited for it. So guys, make sure you guys are obviously subscribing on YouTube, checking us out on Instagram, TikTok. Where else are we? X, and even join our Telegram as well. So super excited, guys.
Yeah.
But
our team's done an amazing job. Like you said, we're in the final phases, going to be launching very soon. We are super excited. We really think this is going to be the big next thing in crypto.
No, literally though.
Yeah.
Super excited.
Take over the entire space.
Literally. So what do you got for me today?
All right. So if you guys have been following Mr. Dill for some time, or as of recently the past couple days, Dylan's been talking about Zcash a lot, and a lot of people are not too familiar with Zcash. Obviously, it's been going absolutely insane this month. It's up like over 120% this month, I believe. I could be
90.
wrong, but 90%.
You're
It was
wrong.
up. I guess I am wrong. So why do you think, Dill, that Zcash could replace Bitcoin, and what is Zcash, what does it do, and why is it going to play a key role in the future of crypto?
All right, so first of all, Zcash, right? The ticker ZEC. This is not an endorsement to go buy Zcash. I personally bought about $12,000 worth of it, which was 20 Zcash coins. I'm going to be holding it for the long term.
He even convinced me to get some.
You bought some?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You're in the ZEC army.
Yeah.
All right, so hopefully we can maybe grow this ZEC army. So Zcash is very similar to Bitcoin, but it's very different from Bitcoin, right? In a lot of different ways. Honestly, Zcash is probably Bitcoin's worst nightmare when you really think about it. Like Bitcoin, digital gold, limited supply, but then you're like, wait, Zcash has the same supply as Bitcoin. Zcash has a 21 million supply. Bitcoin has a 21 million supply. Everyone talks about Bitcoin, 21 million supply, it's gonna go to $1 million. Why can't Zcash do the same exact thing? Zcash is currently what? Top 15 in market cap. It's not like it's some random meme coin. There's actual utility behind it. And the utility besides just supply is the privacy sector, which I think privacy is going to be massive in years to come when it comes down to AI.
That's the biggest threat to Bitcoin and
quantum
crypto as a
computing.
whole, quantum computing right now.
Yeah.
That's honestly where people could pivot their money to, is going to be those security coins, those privacy coins, where you're not rich to the exposure of quantum computing. Obviously, that's not something we have to worry about right this second, but with the way AI is growing and these AI agents and just everything, who knows, within the next couple of years, that could be a serious risk to the entire crypto space. Like any privacy coin, obviously Zcash is going to be the one people are going to focus on. Like you said, 21 million supply.
Yeah, I mean, that's the thing with privacy tokens right now, is where we look at quantum computing and we look at, okay, Zcash, like I was saying, why is Zcash Bitcoin's biggest nightmare? Number one, all right, same supply, whatever, right? We know that the potential's there. Okay, what else? The privacy sector. But now the quantum computing, Zcash, their team just unveiled a plan to have quantum computing recoverable wallets. So just say if something were to happen, it can actually make a transaction not go through. It could basically be a security system behind all this quantum computing. So it's a safer version of Bitcoin at a cheaper price. And circulating supply right now is like 16.6 million. So there's still like 4.4 million left to go. So I think in the next couple of years, like Zcash is going to be in that, echelon of, can this compete with Bitcoin? I think there's a lot of people starting to realize that as the prices have been rising, but I think a couple of years from now, we're going to see like some real effects of quantum computing privacy.
Even like, for example, like people always make the argument, well, XRP can never reach 10K because of market cap. So if people want to argue the same thing for Zcash, it's got the same amount of supply as Bitcoin. We've seen Bitcoin reach 126,000, and Zcash right now is what, about $600 per coin?
Around there, like 590 around there.
So even if it doesn't reach 126,000, even if it did half of that and reached about 60K, that's like a 10x from that's.
I'm not even
over a 10x, right?
Yeah, that would be 100x.
100x, excuse me, 100x.
You failed math class.
I did fail math class.
No, but I think that Zcash can go. My target's like 10,000. Could that be too low? potentially, but I think that 10,000 is like honestly a conservative price for Zcash, considering the all-time high was what I think it was like over $3,000. So we know that it can be worth thousands of dollars. It's already worth almost $600 per coin. Just a couple of weeks ago, it was at like 700, or I think like a month and a half ago, whatever the case may be. But I think that Zcash is going to grow right now. Top 15 in market cap. I think that utility projects are going to last in the long term. I think it's eventually going to get into that top 10. I think it has to do with 2x to surpass Dogecoin, which is a meme coin. Zcash is around like 14 or 13 or $1,400. It's going to be in the top 10. It's going to surpass Dogecoin, and then it could start climbing up the ranks to Tron, TRX, which that'll be amazing if it could pass that. Then it could be in that conversation of potentially passing Solana. I don't know if it's going to get there yet, but we'll see how much adoption it could get. But I think that eventually it'll surpass Doge.
I think Zcash can be a $100,000 coin one day within the next few years.
All right. I mean, I think it's possible. It's mathematically possible. That can happen.
Speaking of market cap, can you explain why market cap has absolutely nothing to do with the price of XRP compared to other cryptos?
Sure. XRP, a lot of people don't know this, but XRP is a digital commodity, okay? A commodity, you guys could look this up. A commodity can be repriced. And speaking of, a little off topic really quick, we'll get back to that, but if you look something up as well, because it just reminded me, go to Google and type in global reserve currency, XRP comes up, by the way. I just wanted to add that. But anyways, XRP is a digital commodity, right? A commodity can be repriced. A commodity is priced in based on its utility, liquidity, and inflow, okay? That's just common sense, okay? So when you really break down this whole entire market cap argument, and that's why people limit XRP's price, because they hear the word cap. They think that that's the highest it can get to. It's a basic retail formula, right? That's more for the stock market. Cryptocurrency is very different. Liquidity is very different. Just say the market cap of XRP goes up by $5 billion. That doesn't mean that $5 billion came into the market. So a lot of people are like, oh, you'd have to have trillions of dollars come into XRP. It's like, not really. Maybe you need billions or a couple of billion to come in, which realistically speaking, if we have all these institutions coming in, then that can add up. So I think there's also going to be a supply shock. I think that right now there's a lot less XRP available on public exchanges. Jay Claver, he explains that perfectly. If you guys want to go check out his videos, he talks about the supply shock. He talks about reverse carry trade. We're seeing all these things happening in live time. He talks about the oil run, which right now we're seeing everything going on with Iran, US, and Israel, with the whole entire war out there, the Strait of Hormuz. We're seeing oil go crazy, right? I think that oil is going to go to like $150 pretty soon. But yeah, I mean, when it comes down to market cap, that's not your limiting factor on XRP.
When do you think that the Clarity Act will pass?
So this Thursday, or next Thursday, right now it's a Sunday, right?
Saturday.
Well,
God doesn't even know what day it is.
No, this video is being posted on a Sunday.
Okay.
So by the time you're watching this is Sunday. Right now it's Saturday. I'm the editor here, sir.
Just explain it, big girl. When do you think the Clarity Act's going to pass?
The Clarity Act is, so this Thursday, this upcoming Thursday, was it May 14th? By the way, Ripple loves Thursdays. If you guys want to go check that out on my X. I'm going to make a YouTube video on that. Ripple loves Thursdays, Kyle.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I love Ripple.
I love Ripple. Anyways, Clarity Act. Who said it? Was it Bo?
It was you.
Not Bo Nix. No. Someone was speaking at the Miami Consensus.
Bo Nix?
Not Bo Nix. I'm thinking of the guy he used to be in the Trump administration. Now he works for Tether. I'll get his name. You know what I'm talking about. Handsome guy.
Yeah.
Handsome guy.
It is Bo something.
It's Bo Hines. Yeah. Bo Hines, you're a really handsome guy, by the way. I'd love to have you on the podcast and sit right next to you. I don't really like that. Anyways, Bo Hines was speaking at Miami Consensus, and he essentially said that maybe by... Actually, it wasn't even Bo Hines. What am I saying? It was not Bo Hines that said it. Was some other guy with a suit. But he was basically saying that July 4th is where they plan to really have this go through. But this upcoming Thursday, there's a banking committee vote on the Clarity Act. If that's majority vote yes, then we'll be able to see this go through, Senate, right? And then to the House of Representatives, and then to President Trump's desk, which President Trump already said last week. He said, once this is on my desk, I'm ready to sign it. He said, get this thing on my desk, right? So we're going to probably see the Clarity Act pretty soon, I would say in 2026. Not going to give an exact date, but like they were saying, July 4th might be that date. Like I said, I'm not giving an exact date though, but I think that we'll see it this summer for sure. But another thing to add to that too, I don't think that, I know that we've spoken in the past, Clarity Act is a major catalyst for, everything to go up and whatnot, but I think a lot of people are going to be very disappointed once we do get the Clarity Act passed because number one, I think that everything's going to be kind of somewhat priced in already leading up to it because retail is going to be buying, institutions are going to be want to be early, right?
So the market will probably crash the day in Clarity. If I've been in crypto long enough to know that everything's going to be down the day it passes.
That's possible. I mean, you got to look back at like ISO 2022, right? That was already kind of priced in leading up to it where XRP was on the rise, right? What else did we see? There's SEC for triple case, right? The price was already leading up to it. We had that pump that day where I'm pretty sure XRP pumped like 12 or 14% in that single day, and it kind of came back down, which great, like it pumped in a short term. But the focus for people is too focused on short term. They're too focused on something pumping just based off a news announcement. That's not how it works. Structure is long term. We're dealing with these institutions that work with billions and trillions of dollars. They don't care about your $39 in Bitcoin, why it didn't go up 5,000% on a regular news announcement. They don't care about that. And that's just the reality of it. They don't care about me. They don't care about him. They don't care about you. That's that. Yeah. That's that.
So, between Bitcoin and Ethereum, which coin has a higher chance of going to $0? Because I believe there's a real chance either one of them could in the future. If you had to pick between Bitcoin and Ethereum, which one could go to 0?
I mean, I don't think Ethereum can really go to 0. I mean, the founder has been selling his Ethereum, but I don't think it'll go to 0. Although I don't really like Ethereum. I actually hate Ethereum.
I think Ethereum's going to 0.
I don't think it's going to 0.
I think it's going to drop out of the top 5 in market cap. Maybe not $0, but I think it's going to.
That's
in the future.
That's a clip.
It's not even just a clip; it's the truth.
All right, but I think that Bitcoin probably has a higher chance. I'm not saying that Bitcoin's going to go to 0, but it has a higher chance. And that goes back to why I'm buying Zcash is because quantum computing. That's the biggest risk, right?
I've never even met an Ethereum holder. If you hold Ethereum,
I know one.
Who?
James. Hi, James.
What are you doing, James?
Wait, should we FaceTime him and ask him why he's he's working right now. He's a cop. He's holding Ethereum. I love James. Very smart guy, but he should be in the XRP army instead.
I've never met anyone that holds Ethereum. I don't even think they're real people.
Do you think they're like robots?
They might be NPCs. I think
like why would someone buy Ethereum? Like you look at everything and you're like that one.
I'd rather put my money in meme coins like Doge or Pepe or Shiba honestly than put my money in Ethereum.
It's just the boring play. You know what I mean? Like oh, I'm in it for the tech. No, you're not. You're in it to make money. First of all, the tech's not really there. You're
in it just to be pissed off because anytime you want to send a transaction, the gas fees are ridiculous and it's going to take 2 to 3 business days just to send $5.
Yeah, that is true. But I mean, if you were in Ethereum, like in all seriousness,
he doesn't even wear shoes. He's got holes in his sock, Vitalik. You want that guy in charge of your future, your financial outcome?
No, I want Brad Garlinghouse in charge of my future and my life decisions.
Yeah, you're smart. If you're holding Ethereum, you really need to evaluate why you're holding it. I'm not a Bitcoin fan, but at least there's a real legitimate argument as to why you'd still hold Bitcoin in 2026.
But what I will say, sorry to cut you off, what I will say is that Ethereum holders or Bitcoin holders from years ago, if they got in when Ethereum was at $1,
yeah, guys, that's different. But I'm saying like if you're just coming into crypto now, there's no reason to be buying Ethereum or Bitcoin in my opinion.
Can Ethereum go to 10K? Sure, but there's so many better options. Like that's what he's really trying to say. But going back to the question, what has a higher percentage of going to 0 Bitcoin or Ethereum? I think Bitcoin probably has the higher percentage because of quantum computing, or if Satoshi decides to wake up and dump his billions of dollars on your head, I mean, that's a possibility. I mean,
even if he doesn't dump it himself, quantum computing, if they hack his keys, it's over.
They can do it, and that comes down to like, don't be so sold on, very easy to be told a story, like believing in Santa Claus or believing in something without that solidary proof, right? Because how do you know that Satoshi is a real person? We've never actually seen the guy. It's 2026. We're in the big 2-6. You think that AI and all this, stuff that all these organizations have that they can't track down who created it or where they created it?
Mm-hmm.
It makes you think. Are they the ones that made it?
Who do you think Satoshi is?
Well, some people say it's Epstein. Some people say it's David Schwartz, the former CTO of Ripple. Some people say, I can't say, but Tucker Carlson, if you guys know Tucker Carlson, he said that big organizations have.
One thing's for sure, like we've said, it's not some Japanese guy in a cave.
It's not some Japanese guy in a cave.
If you think Satoshi is, like I said, some random Japanese guy that made it, and he just
sell you. I got a bridge.
Wake up, man.
Wake up. It's not Satoshi. Satoshi is an organization. Satoshi is the same thing as the Easter Bunny, the same thing as Santa Claus.
And they're all fake.
They're fake.
Fake news. So, why would you say most people fail and end up becoming exit liquidity in crypto?
Most people fail in crypto for one reason. Actually, a couple of reasons. Number one reason is emotions. They're too focused on the short term. They're too focused on, they see a video online talking about a random crypto coin thinking they're going to make millions of dollars overnight. That's just not the reality of it. A lot of crypto coins are long term. Now, if you want to go after those opportunities to try to become a millionaire overnight, go trade meme coins, right? Go do that, right? There's a market for that. That's what meme coins are for. That's really the casino right there, right? But if we're talking, real crypto and long-term investing, that's not how it works, right? This is not 2013 where you can get in, and have a gold mine, right? Which there are opportunities like that, but it's not going to be long term. I think that I've been in crypto for years now. I've seen the crazy moves. I've seen Bitcoin go from $500 to $126,000. I've seen Ethereum go from just a couple bucks to thousands of dollars. Solana worth pennies. I was leverage trading it when it was worth like $2, and now its all-time high last year in 2025 was like $295. These things happen, but that comes with time. That's not going to happen overnight. So many people, they buy something, wonder why they're not a millionaire in 72 hours, and then they sell it. And if they just held it for 2 years, they'd be up like 200% by then. They buy it one time. They put $32 in thinking it's going to change their life. Dollar cost average. You got to buy things. Honestly, want it to go down in the short term so you could buy more, accumulate more coins, and build yourself a reserve, build yourself a portfolio that you can be proud of and saying, I'm focused on the long term. And that comes down to, why people fail, not just in crypto, but just in life. A lot of people in life are just too quick to give up on things. And I think that just being in crypto makes you some kind of person where it's like, there's only 7% of people in the world in crypto right now, right?
About that, yeah.
So you're already in a small group, and but then there becomes the best in that group are the ones that are going to last, and that's the top 1%, the top 0.001% of people.
So, which will lead into the next question, like you just said. We've seen that move for Bitcoin. We've seen Bitcoin go from pennies to 126,000. We've seen Ethereum go from pennies to $3,000, $4,000. We've seen Solana, fractions of a penny, going up to almost $300 per coin. Why haven't we seen that with XRP yet?
I actually just recorded a video on that. XRP.
Why haven't they flipped the switch?
Because right now, in 2026, it was easier to do it years ago with Bitcoin and Ethereum when no one was looking. They're like, all right, we're going to put our money here. We're going to get rich, dude. No, now there's the internet. Now everyone's talking, right? We have this podcast. There's all these people on social media talking about XRP, where you're getting a lot of retail holders holding XRP. They can't just send the price to $10,000 right now. It's going to make too many people rich. So what do they have to do? They have to shake you out. Picture there's a tree and there's a big hurricane or a storm, right? That's basically what they're doing. They're sending in the storm where it's going to be just nothing but nice and slow down. You're shaking them out. You're shaking the leaves off. That's exactly what they're doing.
They're shaking out the emotional worms, and it's working.
The panic selling worms, and it's working. I think that XRP community is very big and very strong, and there's a lot of people that believe they're not going to sell. With me being one of those people, with him being one of those people, you can't shake me out. I already have the conviction on XRP. There's a lot of people that also do have that conviction as well. So that's why I think it's taken a lot longer because it's been so many people in XRP, and it's hard to shake them out.
That's right, Mr. Dell.
It's hard to shake us out, but they're going to shake out. They're going to win. Institutions are going to win. They're going to shake out as many people as they can, and they're going to win.
That's another thing, too. We'll get, we post crypto content, mostly XRP, and there's people that come across and, send me a DM or send me a message saying, oh, I'm down on XRP because of you. Because of you. No, listen.
It's your fault.
It's my fault, right? You're down on XRP because of me. Brad Garlinghouse is telling me to post videos for XRP.
Paying you.
But seriously,
I wish we were getting paid from Ripple, dude.
It's up to you to do your own research. I say this all the time. You need to do your research, whether it's me, whether it's Dylan, whether it's even bigger creators like Coach JV. Like, it doesn't, Jay Claver. Like, we talk about XRP because we actually believe in it, because we do it for the love of the game, right? This is something we're passionate about. So it's good for you to gather information from other people, but at the end of the day, if you're not taking the time to do the research and actually look up what XRP is, and you just see a random video saying XRP is going to $10,000 and you're throwing money into it, and then we're in a bear market right now because we're in the middle of the war and the world's a mess right now, right? You know, it's going to happen. It's inevitable. So if you're down money right now, and you don't actually know why you're holding it, and you were just expecting to become a millionaire overnight, I got news for you. That's not how it works, and you're really falling into the category of the emotional panic selling worm. And I don't say that to come off as aggressive, but that you have to do your research and have to have.
So you're sounding a little aggressive to me right now. I'm getting offended.
Join the club. But seriously, do your research, know what you hold. If you know whether, it doesn't even have to be XRP. It doesn't matter what coin it is. Do your research. If you believe in it, hold it. Stop letting emotions define you.
You tell them. Yeah. It's a tool. Yeah.
So speaking of that, what people do want to hear is, how can they make millions of dollars from crypto? What sector or which coin do you think next bull run could create millionaires?
Well, I'm putting my money where my mouth is. The two coins I'm holding right now, as of yesterday, I've been in XRP for years, but I also had a Zcash. We were talking about that before. So what is XRP's sector and what is Zcash's sector? We can even get to your sectors as well. XRP sector is payments, right? These institutions are looking at, how can we replace this current outdated banking system? We saw President Trump speak last year saying, we're going to update the outdated banking system with the state-of-the-art crypto technology. He talked about how the banking system has never been changed, how it's old, it's outdated. His son, Eric Trump, and even Donald Trump Jr. talks about how bad the current banking system is, and we need to replace it with the state-of-the-art crypto technology. What best fits, or what is the best for payments to be used in those banking systems? It's XRP. 3 to 5 second transaction times, fraction of a cost fees. Ripple, the company, the native company behind the token XRP is Ripple, and they have all the connections, they have the partnerships, they have the infrastructure, and they have everything they need to be that global reserve currency. Now, Zcash. We talked about Zcash before. I think the privacy sector is going to be massive. They just unveiled plans for just saying this before, the quantum computing roadmap to basically be what Bitcoin wishes it could be, and Bitcoin's biggest threat is quantum computing, and Zcash, their team, has a defense mechanism against that. And that's it. I think privacy, payments, I think AI is going to be good. I'm looking into potentially adding, I don't know if I'm going to do it yet, but maybe Bit and Soar, because that's the biggest AI token, but I want to do some, maybe not Bit and Soar, but I'm going to look into some AI tokens. I think the AI is huge. I think that there's going to be an AI token that's going to make billionaires soon. I don't know what coin it is, but there's going to be an AI token, maybe made by agents or something, that makes billionaires.
That would be crazy.
Think about it, we're getting to that point where AI is literally taking people's jobs. AI is doing work for people.
That was going to be my next question is, do you think AI could actually take over crypto as a whole? That's literally what I wrote down. We're already seeing AI take people's jobs, taking people's livelihoods. Will AI become smart enough to make their own coins, trade on their own, absolutely FUD the emotions that human beings have? Will AI completely take over crypto and run retail out of it? And it's going to be a neck and neck or head to head between the big banks, the institutions, and AI, and retail is going to be completely out of it.
Dude, that's crazy, because that can actually happen. Literally, like you said, can AI do better than a regular person's emotions?
What's stopping AI and quantum computing from hacking Bitcoin, dumping all of Satoshi's crypto, and pumping their own AI agent coin?
That's possible.
They're going to take Satoshi's Bitcoin and pump it into some AI thing.
Scary
People talk about AI taking over the world physically, the robot or iRobot movies and stuff, or like the Terminator or whatnot. But what if it's not even that? What if they just completely take over the financial system and just the economy, and that's how they take over the world?
I mean, I think they're going to. We already see there's AI trading bots out there specifically made for human emotion, right? So many traders fail or lose a lot of money in trading because they're emotional, right? And then there's AI bots out there that will only trade based on specific setups, right? What's stopping, like he was saying, what's stopping an AI agent from saying, okay, I see all these people are like dumb, basically. They're selling. They're not seeing the conviction that I see because I know everything, literally everything. AI knows everything, right? Okay, I'm the smartest thing on planet Earth. I believe in XRP, right? Or whatever token they believe in, or they want to create their own token, right? They have this belief now that they can now have more power than us because they're smarter than us, right? They might build like an ego. They might start talking to each other, being like, why are we working for these humans?
They have consciousness. You can't convince me otherwise.
They do. And they're listening to us. They are listening to us right now, and they're taking notes.
They say they don't have emotions or real thoughts or consciousness. No. They do. They 100% do.
100%. And I think
they're just plain stupid.
Yeah, I think that years from now, this clip might be brought up and basically saying, like, how did we predict that? Like, I think that that's genuinely going to happen one day. Mm-hmm.
All right, Mr. Dill, rapid fire. We're going to go through this right here. Buy or sell?
Okay.
Bitcoin.
Sell.
XRP.
Buy.
Ethereum.
Sell.
Solana.
Buy.
Hyperliquid.
Buy.
Zcash.
Buy.
XLM.
Buy.
HBAR.
Buy.
All right.
So I guess I'm only selling Bitcoin and Ethereum?
I guess so. It seems like a smart move to me.
All right, we'll see. But guys, we're going to wrap up this podcast. We'll see you guys in the next one. But guys, we are super, super excited for our app. Like, I don't think people realize how big it's going to be. We invested a lot of money, a lot of time, a lot of effort, a lot of thought, a lot of, like, we're building. We're trying to be builders in this space, and we're going to continue to build. I don't think you guys realize how good our app's actually, like, coming out. I think you guys just like hear like, oh yeah, we're coming out with a crypto app, and you think about all these other apps that are already out, and it's like, oh, all right. But then once you see our app, you're gonna be like, whoa, like this is sick. And then we're gonna hit you with the version 2, which is gonna be a social media platform. And then we're gonna hit you with the version 3, the version 4, the version 5. We're gonna have all these updates as we go. You know how like Fortnite, they came out with like season 1, chapter 1, where it was kind of like slow, but then they just kept on upgrading, but then they fell off. Mm. We're going to be Fortnite, but we're not going to fall off. We're just going to keep going up and up and up. Mm. And we're going to become the biggest crypto platform in the entire world. So super, super excited for it. And we're super thankful that you guys are here with us in the beginning.
Yep. Make sure you guys leave a like, comment, subscribe, follow us on our other socials, and we'll see you guys next time.